Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of the Smaug tutorial. So far you should have made 2 of these. The second one, the fingers are popping out the opposite direction as the first. You should have 2 of these wings, okay? And you should have 2 of these and 2 of these as well. Okay, so in this portion we will be working on the arm and connecting the ridge part of the wing to it and then connecting everything to the main part of the wing. Alright, so just follow me and bear with me because there's a lot to remember during this portion, so hopefully I will not make an error. So first make sure your loom is in the offset, okay? It is no longer in rectangle. So make sure your second row is higher, so low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, okay? And once you've done that, we can start here. So we're taking 2 of the burgundy brown, and again, and now we are taking burgundy and, no, 2 black, sorry. We're not combining burgundy with black now, we're doing just burgundy or just black. Okay, now burgundy, because we want to kind of give him a little bit of a speckled look. Alright, and now the black. And then burgundy again. And then black again. Da, 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 da. Alright. Now, we are taking burgundy again. So burgundy, so 2 at a time. It's either burgundy or black, like I said before. Then we're taking black. Okay, then burgundy. Okay. And we're going to take burgundy over here. And black. Alright, now we're going to take black here, and then burgundy here. Okay, now we're taking burgundy here, and black here. And then we're taking black. Ugh, got a bunch of broken bands here. Sorry, we're taking black here and burgundy here. And then we are taking, let's see, what do I have here? 2 sets of burgundy, I believe. Not like it matters. Okay, burgundy here, burgundy here. This is going to be covered up by the muscle anyway. It's not a big deal. Alright, then black here. Then burgundy, then burgundy, whoops, alright, and now, doopy doopy doop, we're going to take burgundy, then black, then black again, then burgundy, then black, then black again. We are going to go this way now, like that. Okay, then burgundy, then black, then burgundy, then black. Okay, I'm going to take burgundy here, and I'm going to take black here, I'm gonna take burgundy here, black here, ooh, black here, and burgundy here. Alright, now I'm gonna take burgundy here, and burgundy again, then black, then burgundy, then black, then burgundy, then black here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a black and a burgundy together. I'm going to put that right here. Okay. Again, a black and a burgundy here. And then two black here. Then a black and a burgundy. Then I'm going to take three black. And three black again. Now I'm going to take a double looped single black. We're putting our 4 double looped blacks on. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to cap off this end again by wrapping a black band around that peg, creating 5 loops. Yay. All right, let's put on some horizontals. So I'm taking 2 burgundy. I'm going to make a triangle right here. Then I'm going to go like this. So 2 at a time. We're just going across diagonally. Alright, and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to loop up this part here, just this part. So let's go down here and let's do that. But watch me because I have to put on some loose bands. So we're going to put on, so grab, you need 2 of the brown right here onto this peg, and then loop up. Okay. Then you're going to do that again here. And again right here. And again here, but here we only need, do we need 1? No, we need 2 here, sorry. 2 here. 2 here, loop up. Okay? Now, grab your one of these. Make sure it is the one where the fingers are popping up and the long ridge is on this side, okay? Make sure you grab the right one. Alright, so once I've grabbed that, I'm going to go through, you have your tying band going through the loose end here. Go through the loose loops, okay, with your hook, and you're going to wrap those around this peg here. Alright, once you've done that, you're going to look at this thing, you're going to go through the black loops here. This isn't a loose end here, this is just, we're going through the black loops right here next to the finger, going through the one end, which is, looks like you're going through 4 bands, but it's really just 2. Wrap that right around this peg here. Okay, just like that. So it's attached, your long wing ridge is on the outside and your shorter one is on the inside. Make sure that you attached that right, and your fingers are pointing up. Make sure you attached the right one. Okay. So anyway, this is going to be a little bit tricky for me mostly because we have to put loose bands around the edge. So I'm going to push down the edge bands. So let's do that. Let's push down the bands on the edges so that we have room to lay the loose bands on the top. Okay, so I'm going to just take one loose band for each peg. All right, these have a chance of falling off. If they fall off, we just have to put them back on before we loop up to them. Not a big deal. So all along the edge, I'm just putting one, each one, and stopping at this one. Okay, and same thing over here. So one here, one here, here, one here, one here, one here. I'm not gonna put one here. One here, one here, one here, and one here. Okay? Now, I'm going to begin looping. As we loop, we're going to be attaching the muscles to it. Doesn't matter, you have two of each. Doesn't matter which one you use because it's the same thing. Okay, so here we go. Let us loop up. Go in here and loop up the two black... Oh wait, no. Before we do that, we want to attach the arm right now. Don't loop up. You're going to grab this one. Okay, the skinny one of the skinny ones. And we are going to go through, we're going to turn it this way. The capping band is right here. You see that brown capping band? Okay. We are going to, let's see, turn it like this. Okay, so we have our brown capping band right here in the corner. Stick your hook through it. Oops, through the capping band. Roar. Like that. You are going to wrap that around this peg here. The same peg that we attached the loose end onto. Okay? Then you are going to go through the black loops next to that and wrap those right around here. Okay? Just like that. So it's kind of hanging up a little bit. Now I'm going to loop up these two like that. Okay? Just like that. I'm going to do the next two. So make sure these loose burgundy bands stay on. You're looping as if they're not there, but you want to make sure that they don't fall off. And one more up to here. Okay? Now I'm going to go up. I'm going to loop up this brown one here. Okay? And I'm also going to go in here and loop the black. So you got to go all the way down and grab the two black, looping those up. Okay? Now I'm going to go up twice more here. Oh wait, no, first we want to do this. This guy first, up, and this guy up. Okay? Now loop these brown ones and go in here and loop the black. Alright, hopefully you're following me. We're going to take that muscle and we're going to lift it up. Okay? So now it's lifted. And now we're going to... we have the end here. We're going to count down 2 sets. 1, 2 to this brown set here. You're going to go through those brown bands. So it looks like you're going through 4, but you know, it's only 2 bands, whatever. You're going to wrap them around this peg, the one we just looped up to. You're going to go through, here's the end, count down twice. 1, 2. These 2. Let me just make sure that's right. Yeah. Go through those bands and wrap those around this peg. Okay. And now we're going to go down and loop the 2 browns up. Then we're going to go down and loop the black up. Okay. Then we're going to go in here and loop the brown over. All right. Your bands are still on the edges. Don't forget. We're going to loop again here. So, oops, that one fell off. I got to fix that because we want those to stay on. Grab the black, loop the black. Then you are going to loop up the brown here. And let's see, the black in here. Just like that. All right. Now, here we are going to attach the ends, okay? So I'm going to go through the loops here, the burgundy loops, wrapping them around this peg here. You want to go through the same loops on this end, okay? Do the burgundy loops, wrapping them around this peg here. Okay? So now we have our muscle attached to this, to the forearm. Now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to loop the top two underneath there, which are these two. Okay? And I'm going to go in and loop these two. I'm going to loop up these. Okay, make sure your edge bands are staying on. I'm going to loop up once here, up to here. Don't loop the next one. Stop here at that point. Alright, now I'm going to loop up these black ones here. Like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3 more times I can go up. Okay, we have to stop here. So you're going to grab your other muscle, the thicker one, you're going to go through the capping band, and you're going to wrap the capping band right around this peg here. Right around that one. Okay. Once we've done that, we can loop up the black here. Alright, so I've looped up the black, and now I can loop the brown here. And twice more. And also in here, we can loop up, go in here, and you want to grab the black. So these two, okay? I'm going to grab those. It's a little tricky because it's kind of a thick set, but if you just take your time, you'll find them. So loop up those. Okay. Then we can go back down and loop up here, and the next one as well. Here. Okay. Then we can go in and do the black here. Alright, let's see, we want 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, and then we are going to loop up these, the top two in here. Roar! Get them. There's one. There you are. Okay. Those two, you're going to stop there. And go up, and you're going to loop up these, and then these. Okay? So we're stopped here and here. You're going to lift up your muscle. Okay. Here's your end. You're going to count down 2. 1, 2, the black loops here. Go through the black loops in the front and back. Wrap them around this peg here. Okay. Do the same on the other side. So here's the end. Count down 2. 1, 2. Here's the black. Go through the black loops. Wrap them around this peg. Alright, once you've done that, we have to loop up these. So you want to go down here and grab, well, first you got to grab the diagonals. So grab those, loop those. Then you want to go back down and grab these, loop those, and loop the next set. Like that. Go in here, loop the black up, Then you're going to go in here, loop the black, diagonal black, these guys. Loop up here and here. And these. Okay. And I believe this is where we attach. Yes, so go through this end here of the muscle, and we're going to bring that right onto here. And once we've done that, we can loop up this set here. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to go through this side. So the other set of black loops. And that we are wrapping around this peg. Okay. Then we're going to go down here and we're going to loop the diagonals. Loop the diagonals, and then we're going to loop the verticals, so those two. And now we are just going to take our final end here, go through the loops, and we are going to wrap that right around this peg here. Once we've done that, we can just loop up and loop up here. And hopefully we looped everything that needed to be looped. Hopefully. Oh, who knows. Alright, and I'm going to take caramel bands, or any color. Try to use a color that's different from the body color. And tie your ends off. Now, after this you're going to go back and do it again to do the other arm, but you have to do it symmetrically. So the arm is going to go this way, okay, with this on this side, okay? So make sure when you repeat this you do it opposite, otherwise you're going to be really disappointed in yourself. Alright, so take this off. Hopefully all your edge bands stayed on, the loose bands on the edges should all have stayed there. It actually went fairly well. I was expecting a lot of mess-ups. Go me. This I'm going to lift up from the bottom here, because I don't want this to break. Haha, cool. So there's his awesome looking arm. Mwahaha. Okay. Alright, so once you've pulled it off, we can pull off some of these loose bands, but oh no, all the ones at the end you want to keep on. You should have 6 at the end that you want to keep on. Okay? The ones from the muscle and the ones from the bottom portion, you want to keep those on. All the other loose bands we can pull off. Or bite off, rather, if they're being stubborn. Okay. There was only 2 there. Oh, here's another one here. Around by the fingers, there's one. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, so once you've done that, pull all the loose bands from the arm outward. Okay. Make sure they're all pulled out. Just take a look. Make sure you like it. Or make sure make sure you like it. Make sure it's right. Oh wait, we can take off some of these, never mind. Just kidding what I said before. There's 3 that we want to keep on, there's 3 that we want to take off. The 3 that we want to take off are the ones on the muscle part. Alright, so there's one. You can kind of tell which ones you can take off, like this one's an end one, so obviously we're not taking that off. Take off this one. And we can take off this one. Yeah, so there's 3 on the muscle you can take off and then leave the other 3 on, obviously. Alright, so hopefully you did that right, so go back and do the second one. It's going to be the same, it's just going to be facing the opposite direction. See that? Make sure that you do it symmetrically. Alright. So now you're going to grab one of your wings. It doesn't matter which one you grab, because you made them both the same, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to lay the arm on. Okay, we have our ridges. This is how it's going to go. The big ridge is going to go here, medium ridge is going to go here, small ridge is going to go here. Okay, and then this thing kind of goes down here. So what I'm going to do, we're going to start here. This takes a while to do, especially if you want it to look neat, so just bear with me and we're going to take our time. Okay, so this long ridge, you have the loose bands all to one side. Right? Right. What I'm going to do, you're going to go through, you have this end set in your wing, you're going to go through, actually you're going to turn the wing on the edge, on its edge, and you're going to go through the first set here. Then you're going to pull the first loose band through that set. Okay? Again, go through the next set. Make sure you're going through it on the edge of the wing. Don't go through it like this way. Make sure the wing is on the edge. Go through the next set. Alright, so you're just going in order. Each set of bands, you're pulling through the loose band. Okay, see that? It's through the edge of the wing. So just take your time. Don't pull it too hard though. You really don't want to stretch these bands out. You want to keep them as tight as possible. See that? This is my stomach attachment technique, but it's wing ridge attachment. Well, my old stomach attachment technique, which I use for like mostly. Never mind. I'm not gonna go into that. Not gonna go into that. It's pointless to talk about. Hopefully anybody that uses this technique will give me credit for coming up with this. This is a great way to stitch things together. Okay. So I got up to this part, and then we have the hand, which there's no loose bands there, and then we have loose bands over here, okay? So I just did these so far. Now what we're going to do, watch this. We're going to stick our hook through the first loop. We're going to grab the second loop with the hook. Okay, like that. You're going to turn the hook upside down and pull that second band through the first. Then turn it back. Go through the third loop. Turn it upside down. Pull that third through the second. Fourth goes through the third. Fifth goes through the fourth. You could technically use your fingers for this, but it will spread out. It will stretch the bands out, and then it looks sloppy. So this is a way to keep them from getting stretched out. So pretty much we're going to do this all the way up. Okay, so once we've reached the last one, I'm just going to C-clip it for now. Where are my C-clips? Figures there. Alright, so grab a C-clip. I'm just going to C-clip that, alright? Kind of hopefully keep that from coming apart. It might still come loose, but it's not a big deal. If it does, it's easy to fix. Alright, so we did the top ridge. Now we're going to do the medium one, okay? So again, make sure your bands are all pulled out, one on each side. Okay. We are going to line up, or same thing. We're going to go through the first set of bands here. We're not going through the edge though, we're just going through the top. So just the one side here. And we are going to go through the first loop here, pull it through. Okay, and we're doing pretty much the same thing. You want this to look like a curve, okay? You want it to curve into here. So keep that in mind as you do this. There's no rule on which bands to pull these through. You just want to make sure that in the end it results in a pretty nice looking curve. Okay? So then we're going to move up to the second set. I'm going to go through those 4 bands, or 2 bands actually. Pull the next loop through. Okay. Go through the third set. I feel like I'm missing one in here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Hold up, I have to redo this because apparently one's pulled through the wrong side. Gosh darn it. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. I'm a perfectionist like that, so it has to be perfect for me. Alright, so make sure you pull them through in order. Make it look as neat as possible. Just do one side at a time. Alright. And then here, the bands are facing horizontally, so you're going to have to go through them horizontally. Or you could even go through the horizontal bands in there if you want to, that's fine too. It might actually look neater if you do that, but totally up to you how you want to do it. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to begin my curve. If you haven't done that already, at this point you should probably start doing that. Okay, so once you've pulled them all through one side, we're going to do the same thing by stitching it the same way we just did before. So go through the first loop at the end, grab the second one, bring the second one through the first, bring the third one through the second. Try not to use your fingers during this. Like, don't use your fingers to stretch them out, because then it'll look all stretched out, the bands. You don't want that. Okay, so again I'm going to take a C-clip, just put it on my edge band here, the one at the end, and let's work on the other side of that ridge. Right, so this one, it's already in place, so it's pretty easy to do the other side. Just kind of, you know, bring them through the bands close to the ridge, pretty much. Oh, I forgot one. Now you may end up having to bring 2 bands through the same set because you've got a shorter distance to go and the same amount of bands, so you might have to bring 2 through the same set, which is totally fine. It's not, people aren't going to notice and be like, "Ew, what did you do?" People won't notice, so it's fine. Alright, here it's a little bit crowded, so I'm going to bring 2 through the same set. Maybe 2 through this set as well. Or you could just bite one off if you want to. Let's see this one up here, so let's bring this one through up here. Alright, so once those are all through, you're going to do the same thing again. So hook through the loop at the end, grab the second one, and do your stitching. Try not to miss any. If you do, it's not a big deal. You can always just bite it off. Just bite it off. Oh, I missed one. I think is this one. Right. Whoops. Okay, and again, grabbing a C-clip, clipping that. We're going to have a bunch of C-clips at the end of this, but then we can reduce the number of C-clips after, so it'll be fine. Alright, and then we have our final ridge, which is the short guy, right here. Okay. So this guy, yeah, so we're going to do the same thing with this guy as well. Alright. Big whoop-de-doo. Just use your judgment and make it look nice. Okay, again, you can bring more than one band through each set if it's getting crowded. And then if you run into the bands from the other ridge, like here is the stitched bands, it's not a big deal. You can bring them even through the stitched bands if you want to. In fact, I think I will. Here we might end up biting off some of the bands that we're not going to use because there's a lot in here. That's fine. Alright, you can always take some of those off at the end if there's too many for you. Alright, again, stitching. Okay. Stitching together. Okay. I'm gonna just use this C-clip since it's right here to clip these two. You don't have, you can use a different one if you want to, that's totally up to you. Alright, and let's do the final row here of the ridges. Then we can move on to the rest. So, go through here. Again, the curve is probably not going to end up looking perfect, but just do your best. It's tough to make it like a perfect curve. If you manage to do it, that's wonderful for you. There's going to be a bunch doing 2 at a time here because there's a lot of bands. Again, you can always bite them off if you want to. I want the hand to kind of stick up off the edge, so I'm actually just moving this a little bit. Just so that the hand will be in a nice position when I'm done. If that makes sense. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay. So, do it again. Stitching your thing up. Alright, and see clipping it. Alright, so we're going to do that with the rest of this, okay? So we just have to do the arm now, and then we will fix the C-clips after that. Okay. That curve is all messed up. You can always go back and fix your curves later if you want to. It's totally up to you. Alright, now this. The arm, the end of the arm we want to line up with here. Okay, so I'm just going to pull it so it looks like that. Right. And make sure your loose bands are all pulled through, like this guy is being a stubborn guy right here. Okay. Alright, so I'm lining it up there, and that's where I'm going to start, okay? I'm going to start here. So my first loose band I'm going to pull through. You could either do the final set here or the second to last set. Alright, so we're just doing that. And just pull them through. Alright, just pull them through, the band's close to them, and that's all you gotta do. Just like that. And the fingers should be popping up. So same thing, let's stitch this side with our hook. And again, we are C-clipping it. So C-clip that for now. And we're going to do these. We're going to continue this along here. So just rest your arm down and let's continue here. In fact, you know what, we probably don't even need to stitch this part down because it kind of looks cool, like lifted up like that. Like the arm like lifts up. Yeah, that's cool. We should keep it like that. Yeah, man. Let's do it that way. Like allowing the elbow to come up if we want it to, right? Yeah, I say let's do that. Nah, change of plan. You can stitch them if you want. I actually did on my other wing. But I think it would look really awesome if we let it lift. But then no, we wouldn't be able to hide the C-clips. So whatever, you could cut them off if you want. But I'm actually just gonna do it because I did it with the other wing and I change my mind all the time. You can make it so the elbow lifts if you want to. That would actually be pretty flipping cool. But how would we hide the C-clips? That's the problem. So yeah, if you can figure out a way, that would be awesome. I might end up figuring it out a way later, but since we went through all the work of putting the bands on, we might as well keep them on. Unless you don't mind pulling them off. It's totally up to you. Oh, here we want to pull one out to each side here on this guy. There's 3 sets that are doubled, so oops. Alright, just like that, so you have some on one side and some on the other. Alright, so just continuing with the stitching. Alrighty. Alright, let's do that on the other side. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this C-clip here. We're going to put our hook through the loop that it's through, and we're going to pull the C-clip off. Alright, then we're just going to continue this. So grabbing the next one, so just continue the stitching. And so you've gotten to the bottom, we're just going to continue going across. Just grab the next set and continue going. The nice thing about this is if you want to redo it, you totally can without ruining the rest of the creation. So even when you finish this Smaug, you can actually go back and redo this part if you really want to, which is nice. Alright, so once we've reached the end, I'm going to take that, I'm going to kind of lift up the arm a little bit, go in, how am I going to do this? Grab, everything's sticking to me. Grab something to hold this band with for a moment. Okay. I'm gonna kind of lift up the arm, go into some bands underneath, and pull that band through. Pull the holder out and just C-clip this, and it should stay. C-clip and tuck it under, just like that. Now for these guys, let's see what I can do for this. Grab this guy, I wonder if we can stitch these together, let's see. Pull the C-clip off. Okay, and stitch these together. Then we want to go under this ridge, so again, I'm going to grab something to hold these bands with. I'm going to go under the ridge, so I'm going to kind of lift it up, grab those 2 bands, pull out the holder, and pull those 2 bands under there. Alright, once you've done that, you're going to grab this set with your hook. Same thing, stitch that. Alright, and then again, hold it with something. You're going to go under the ridge here, grab it, pull it under, oh, what happened here? Whatever. If it came off, just stitch it in as if it didn't. All right, grab that one. Okay. And then we can even, let's see if we can grab this one as well. So all the C-clips should have been taken off and all the stitches are stitched together, just like that. And then this guy, we're going to bring it under the hand. So go under the hand, go in through some bands underneath, pull that band through, and just C-clip it. Grab 2 bands here, I'm just going to C-clip them both, and then tuck that under the hand. And there you have beautiful, beautiful wing, okay? So you want to go back and make the second one, make sure it's opposite, okay? You want the arms to be on the opposite sides, okay? Otherwise you'll be really mad at yourself. Alright? Awesome. So I hope you are enjoying this tutorial, so go to part 4 for the next part. See you over there, guys.